to and welcome into More Important Issues. It is, sorry about that, my phone was not all messed up. Welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, July 5th. I'm pumped to be here. I hope everyone has had a wonderful July 4th weekend, celebrating with family, friends, however you did it. If you're quarantined, I hope you enjoyed it some way. It's a... how do you feel about UT football? Like, how do you feel about football season right now? The process, I mean, happening.
I don't feel great.
You still don't feel great after this weekend?
I don't know.
I feel like we should know, correct me if I'm wrong, shouldn't we know in like 2 weeks, like how the virus is going to nobody social distance this weekend?
Oh, no. I mean, if there's not a huge spike, then you can, you should feel a lot better.
You should be able to play games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying fans in the stands. I think everybody understands. I don't know what percentage I would put it at. It's not 100%. I know that for a fact.
I mean, the good thing, like, the Friday scene, there was, like, no one downtown.
There you go. Good. So maybe we are social distancing. Everybody's...
We're doing they scared us off a little bit.
Everyone's in it to get college football, SEC football back.
Yeah.
We don't care. Actually, cancel the rest of college football. We just want SEC football. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking.
I want to play Oklahoma.
Okay, fair. Fair. That's fair. We do have a great episode for you guys, like always. We're talking about position preview. Moving along in our position preview, defensive line, a topic of concern. Concern? Is that the right word?
I don't know.
Curiosity?
Yeah, there's some question marks.
There's some question marks, for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's not another... We talked about safeties last Sunday. Yeah, safeties. And as there's not concern there. There's questions of who will be where, but not concerns.
Right. Yeah, I feel like there's... Maybe, I don't even know if it's concerns. It's more just like...
Unknowns.
Can they build on what they did last year? It was like, can they improve?
Yeah, I just feel like you lost a lot of that core group. Now, you didn't have guys like Emmett Gooden, who was injured, who you expected to potentially start. Mm-hmm. Then you had some guys come along, but...
It took them a little bit. So
Right.
can they play a whole season the way they did at the end of the season? Yep.
Yeah. I'm excited to talk about the defensive line because, like I said, this could be a pivotal position in this defense. Talking about some recruiting issues, maybe? We'll talk about that. Jay Graham kind of found out some... Tennessee said they knew about it before they hired him, and we figured that everybody with half a brain figured they did. Mm-hmm. So that's not a huge area of concern. We'll talk about how that could affect Tennessee's recruiting and what Jay Graham will kind of be required to do. Right now, it literally wouldn't affect any recruiting, right? A couple hours?
Yeah, that's literally nothing. It's off-road, or it's like off-campus recruiting, so there's literally no...
Yeah, none of that going on.
Yep.
None of it. And we do have some recruiting news as well. Some guys talking about maybe coming to Tennessee. A month ago, a lot of people were saying one of the guys wasn't coming. No chance. And now we're in the top 5. Tennessee's in the top 5.
We're in it.
And it's win it. We're going to talk about some college football prospects of returning. And then questions as always. I'm hopping over to YouTube and Twitter here in just a second. If you got a question, drop it. We will. If we don't get to it right away, bear with us. I promise we'll get to it. We want to talk about it. So if it's not answered right away, hang on. We will get to it, I promise. Ask them. We want you to ask. We want to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, and do us a little favor. Click the like button. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Twitter, retweet it. Share it out there. Get everybody else involved. If you're in here, get everybody else in here. We can social distance
Exactly
within the chat.
Me and Landon are 6 feet apart. It's the camera angle that makes it not look 6 feet apart.
Yes.
I promise.
We're pretty much live in the same household, so
Yeah, exactly. Well, that is kind of true.
Yeah,
That is kind of true. Go ahead and like and reshare that. Also, go ahead and tonight, right after this episode tonight, head over to volunteerroadshow.com. Sign up for an account. First off, it gets you ton of content over at Volunteer Roadshow. Also, as season approaches, our good sponsor Hound Dogs have a big giveaways as we closer to the season. That'll put you in that drawing for giveaway. One time. Just put your name in there. One time. You'll be entered for all of them.
Yep. Go do that. Go create that account. Also, go check out, like you said, Hound Dogs. Go check out Hound Dogs and Tennessee Tap House. Get your brews. Get your Tennessee gear. Anything you could ever want. Both of those places have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Do it now. Let's get into defensive line. Like I said, you don't like the word concern. That's fine, because you're right. Guys like Darrell Middleton and leaving off Aubrey Solomon kind of started coming into their own at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. Can they continue that success? I hope. I really hope so, because if you have any kind of semblance of pass rush, any kind of semblance of pressure, I feel like it sets up the rest of this defense to be great. I feel like it could separate the good from great.
Yeah, I mean, this position, it was a concern last year because you had so many question marks. You didn't really have any experience. Now, with most of these guys have a season under their belt. I think there's 6 or 7 guys that contributed a lot, and you return everybody. The only person you don't return is your coach at that position. Tracy Rocker is headed to South Carolina, and then Jimmy Brumbaugh took his spot. So
a lot of people like the hire, and he kind of made some news in the recruiting side pretty early on too.
Yeah, Tennessee lost the commitment, not Isaac Washington, as soon as Rocker headed to South Carolina. But Brumbaugh did a good job of just building that relationship with him, and he recommitted to Tennessee. So definitely like what you have in him.
We'll find out what he's made of on the field, because that's obviously the most important thing right now, immediately.
But with this group, it was the surprise last year. I mean, they really held their own, especially in SEC play. Now, the Georgia State BYU game, they were pretty bad. But they improved.
To be fair, was there a position group that was good in those 2 games?
There wasn't.
No,
and it could have been a lot of that. They just weren't lined up correctly because, when Daniel Batuli came back, it made the whole defense better. So that obviously had some impact. But this group coming into the season had some bad news. They didn't know if Audrey Solomon was going to be eligible, and then they lost Emmett Gooden to an ACL tear
in fall camp.
Yeah, so I mean, heading into the season, there was even more unknowns.
Right.
Then when we finally got to the season, Aubrey Solomon was deemed eligible, so that was big for that group.
Yeah.
And then Bumpus got a lot of playing time, like you said, Middleton. I think Emerson, Solomon, and Darrell Middleton was kind of the starters there.
Right.
And then Garland, Butler, and Bumpus were kind of the guys behind them.
Yeah, and I thought Darrell Middleton was the biggest surprise of last year. Not that look at it. His sheer size alone should tell you he could be an SEC lineman. I just think there are a lot of questions coming out of community college. I think you're just unsure. I mean, you never know.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Exactly, and then they're only going to get so long in the system.
Yep.
So you're kind of hoping they figure it out sooner rather than later. And it took him 6-7 games to figure it out, but he did, and he played really well. I wouldn't even say that, because he had some key tackles in the Mississippi State game that I'm recalling right now. So caught on.
Was that the game that he got?
I think he got ejected. Yeah, I think he got ejected in that game. But had some key moments in it before he got ejected. I think in the second half, and then had to sit out at Alabama. So I guess the entire game. But like you said, the defensive line didn't play well against Georgia State. Georgia State dominated the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
But to be fair to that mistake, everybody played poorly. So hopefully they get off to a fast start. I assume Darrell Middleton's going to be a starter. I think with getting Emmett Gooden healthy, I think that's a guy you could expect to be starting there as well. And then my guy and someone just mentioned on YouTube, Savion Williams. He was for a community college guy. Again, it's a community college, you have some questions, but he was one of the better guys you expected to be better.
Right, yeah. He was a guy that they expected to make an impact and just did not for whatever reason. But Tennessee, they have 7 seniors this season.
Yeah.
So next year is last year was we don't have anybody with any experience. This year you have everybody with experience, and next year it's probably going to be a little bit of the same as last year, where you lose a lot of guys, have to replace them.
There are some freshmen that could make impacts, I guess, that should be coming in. But
yeah, and a lot of these guys, Emmett Gooden is probably the biggest name recruiting-wise. Other than, Aubrey Solomon was a big one. He's a former 5-star. But other than that, there wasn't a ton of... Greg Emerson had some concerns. He was one of the top players in Tennessee. when he came out of high school, but he just had some concerns with health
Right.
and conditioning and things like that.
Well, and you mentioned Aubrey Solomon, and not that he wasn't a big transfer news. He was.
Yeah.
But he was a 5-star at Michigan, and then after that, it's kind of it wasn't crazy news that he went to Tennessee. Nobody was really because and it was once he transferred from Michigan, he was going to Tennessee. He didn't spend time looking around or anything.
Right. It was a big get, but it definitely wasn't as big of a get as like a 5-star high school freshman.
Right. It was much different. Yeah.
But you have some newcomers in this. Or I won't start there. I'll go with the. So you have the 7 seniors. You have Emmett Gooden, Jaquan Blakely, who Blakely made the tackle with Daniel Batuli at the Kentucky game. So even him, that wasn't one of those 6 big contributors, but found his way on the field in a key moment.
That kind of felt like everybody outside of the starting 3. They were just it was kind of by committee. It felt like.
Yeah, 100%. And with probably the lack of talent, I guess I don't want to say that, but the lack of like difference makers on that defensive line, you have to do it by committee.
Right.
So then you have Matthew Butler, who didn't start, but he was the most productive one. He had 45, led the defensive line in 45 tackles and had 2.5 sacks. Latrell Bumpus, Aubrey Solomon, Darrell Middleton, Savion Williams will all be seniors. Then you have John Mincy, who will be a junior. Then you have some sophomores, Greg Emerson, Karat Garland, who were part of that 6 that we talked about. Then you have redshirt freshman Elijah Simmons.
I hope
You see him a lot because
Man,
you saw him
I
at Kentucky. You saw him. I mean, they definitely utilized him in those 4 games.
How often are you going to find a 320, 330 plus
It's insane.
athletic anybody? I don't know if he can. We haven't seen enough of him. Nobody really knows unless you're inside the building, I think. And they may not even know yet because he's like you said, he didn't play a ton. So they may have some questions. But that's a guy I want to. I'm rooting for him. Junkyard Dog. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. So let me ask you some questions, and you kind of answer them, and we'll kind of go back and forth.
Good luck.
So
I don't know if I can.
So who does Emmett Gooden? What spot does he take? Whose spot does he take?
He was in, I guess, over Aubrey. I guess because he got eligible after Emmett Gooden got injured.
Right.
If we're going back to when Emmett Gooden was healthy.
Right.
I don't know. So the 3 guys that mainly started was Garland, Middleton, and Solomon, right?
No, it was Solomon, Middleton, and was it Emerson? Emerson.
I guess yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. That's a tough group to crack into. Like you said, that you have to assume Emmett Gooden gets in there.
Right. And I mean, the good thing about it, Matthew Butler didn't start.
Right.
But what, 4 or 5 games, 5 or 6 games?
Yeah.
And he was the most productive one, so it doesn't really matter if you start. But you like to think Emmett Gooden is probably the most talented defensive lineman on this roster.
Yeah, I think for the sake of argument, I'm going to go with he starts over Greg Emerson. For the sake of argument, the good news is you want your defensive line to be by committee. Yeah. You want those guys to be rolling in and out on downs, have guys available for 3rd down. So that is the good thing. But I think I would put him in if what we've seen is true. I think I put him in over Greg Emerson probably.
Yeah, and that's if he's 100% healthy, which
that too.
I think we've heard kind of everything saying that he is on track to be 100% come fall. Then, I mean, Matthew Butler.
Well, where do you put him? You can't skip out on this question. I know you asked it, you can't skip out on it.
I mean, I think it's you build around him, in my opinion. I think Darrell Middleton and Emmett Gooden, I think those are your 2 upside guys. So, maybe it's Solomon, Middleton, and Gooden.
Yeah.
Probably for me.
Okay.
And Matthew Butler, since he was the most productive one,
right.
Does he get a shot?
You would think, but
I mean, again, I think it's going to be a lot of that same committee.
Yeah, and you go back and look, and what downs was Matthew Butler more productive on, because that probably matters.
Yeah,
things like that, and they're going to look at that and go at it. But yeah, I think I like him. I think I like those 3: Middleton, Solomon, and Gooden being on the field at the same time.
Also, is he going to get some games where he's suspended?
It's possible.
So
yeah,
that could be
So you could see him at least not start
for a couple games.
Right.
Yep. Yep, we'll see about that.
Tyler Hood, we'll get your question as soon as it's regarding the schedule. We'll get to it as soon as we're done with the defensive line preview.
Also,
So hang on with
get
us.
get those questions in here. I'm on Facebook. Like Caleb said, he's on Twitter and YouTube. So drop those in there, and we'll get to those as soon as we can. Newcomers. Let's talk about them. So you have early enrollee Dominic Bailey, who comes from a prominent, one of the best high schools in the country.
Mm-hmm.
That's just loaded with college talent. So, I mean, his transition to probably that school to Tennessee is a lot different from probably Amari Thomas that's from Briarcrest to Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta imagine they like his size that he comes in at. He's not coming in under or overweight. For example, Elijah Simmons came in and before they saw him dunk a basketball, they wanted him to cut some weight. You've got guys that are depending on they probably want them to. Mincy probably wanted him to up some weight, but
Yep.
he comes in at that good size. I gotta imagine they like that a lot. St. Francis, didn't they? I mean, they played a lot of top talent in the country.
Yeah, they're
right.
They're like a top 10 team in the country.
Yeah, so obviously, anytime you go from high school to SEC, it's going to be a lot different. But I would imagine he's got a pretty good shot in terms of transition. I got to imagine it won't be as difficult as some others.
The other guys you talked about, Elijah Simmons and his athleticism at that size. Then you have Amari Thomas, who is a really good basketball player. Played at one of the top programs in Tennessee for basketball, also football as well. You have him, and then you have R.J. Perry, who is 6'6", 300 pounds, and looks like a basketball player. So I mean, you're adding in some like
I love the size.
Yeah,
I can
and then the athleticism. Darrell Middleton, perfect example. Like basically played receiver at Powell his first couple years, and then transferred to Oak Ridge where he was All-State in basketball too. A lot of athleticism on that defensive roster.
I realize size is half the battle. I realize that, but you got to have the size to start though to have a starting ground.
I think the biggest. I think these. I don't know if those with the 7 seniors. I don't know if those 3 guys. I don't think they crack the starting lineup. I think that you'll see them contribute in probably those 4 games.
Which 3 guys is that? Sorry.
R.J. Perry, Amari Thomas, and Dominic Bailey.
The newcomer.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So I don't know if any of those kind of
Right.
crack it. But I think they could later down the road. When you get to SEC play, if there's injuries and things happen, I think you could. And a lot of incoming freshmen, you see them kind of. It's kind of so fast going at once, but as the season goes on, it kind of slows down for them. They're able to comprehend what's going on.
You talked about for these newcomers, having 7 guys in front of you that pretty much all have plenty of experience. When you look at across the board what experience is, plenty of experience. It's going to be tough to, especially early on. But the good thing about defensive line is you're gonna have some injuries. It's part of the game.
Yep.
Part of playing in the trenches. You're gonna have some injuries. So who can step up and replace them? It's gonna be a by committee thing. You're gonna have different guys rolling in on different downs. Some guys are gonna kind of wait around for key downs. So they may be the number 2 guy, but they're not gonna go in on second down if we need to roll, if Tennessee needs to roll someone else in there. So it's not impossible as a freshman to play. I feel like defensive line's probably, as long as you come in and have the size on you and the meat on you, you probably have a really good shot of playing a little bit.
Yeah, and there's nobody on this defensive line that I'm like, yeah, he's far beyond anybody else. Like,
Right.
It's not impossible that they can't surpass everybody on this roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exciting to see. Now that we talk about it, man, it's like anything in Tennessee football. I'll talk about it a little bit more. I get a little more excited. Get a little more excited. I feel more comfortable because there's just the pass rush, which I know is a lot of outside linebackers too, and we'll talk about that. And we talk about the linebacker group. I realize the pass rush has a lot to do with them as well, but it's also key on this defensive line. It's you've got to have some guys that are able to create pressure, that are able to draw in offensive linemen where they can't just stay out on the outside guys. It's pass rush is big. You can't give up. If we play Mac Jones and he's able to pick us apart, if Mac Jones finishes the season as a top SEC quarterback, I will kill myself.
I saw one. I don't remember. I screenshot it because it would definitely be a stupidity is an epidemic. But somebody was like, Kyle Trask is going to be in the Heisman race, or not Kyle Trask, Mac Jones. Yes,
he probably will be. He plays for Alabama. He plays for one of the best teams in the country.
It's trash.
But we better not give. I mean, look at last year when I know we played him.
We
in his
better
first
put him
game.
out of the Heisman race.
Yeah, I know Tennessee played him. Not injury wise, guys. He's not Tua. We don't have to injure him to beat him. It's not that way. But I mean, he's just not impressive.
No, he's not.
Not impressive. I'm not saying he's not a decent quarterback. Is he an AJ McCarron? I don't even think he might not even be an AJ McCarron.
No, I don't think so. Not from what I saw last year.
We'll see.
But with this group, you talk about pass rush. I think that's going to be something they have to build upon. Is
Right.
just getting after the quarterback with the loss of Darrell Taylor. Daniel Petulli had I think 5 sacks or so. So those are something you're going to have to make up with, and I think this defensive line has a perfect opportunity to solidify themselves as some pass rushers.
Right.
Not just guys to plug holes, guys that can get after the quarterback too.
Right. Absolutely. Anything else for defensive line?
Nope. I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's. So is it Tyler Hood? Tyler Hood asks if you only get one win in the Big 4 games. That's Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. Which would you want and why? I want all 4.
Yeah. This is tough. I think it's definitely between Alabama and Florida. I think just because it's like if you lose to Alabama, no one really cares.
Right.
So that's kind of why I want to pick Florida.
And it's kind of like going back to 2016 where you beat Georgia and Florida and don't win the East. I'm probably pretty frustrated if you beat Alabama and don't beat Florida, don't beat Georgia. That's probably a pretty frustrating feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I will say for me, I think this year especially with the teams that Florida has and Georgia could have, I think I would be okay with just beating Alabama. Because Alabama's going to be good. I'm sick of losing Alabama. It is just I want to smoke a cigar after a game. That's it. That's all I want to do.
That's a good point. Yeah, you want to celebrate it like that.
And I mean, I feel like with how dumb Alabama fans are, at least the loudest Alabama fans, there's a breaking point with Nick Saban. And they say they'll never get rid of him. But if he loses to Louisiana Monroe again.
Yeah, I think as far as the season goes, it's probably Florida just because it sets us up better.
But you lose you're being told you lose them.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't know. That's a good question, especially when you say you have to only win one. I think I just choose Alabama for the pure hatred.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just like in your face, we beat you.
And part of me is also thinking. I'm just kind of. I guess I'm working through this in my head, but out loud for you all. Oklahoma would be fun to win because everybody has this high take on Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
If they were in the SEC, they'd be fine. And I'm not saying they're not better than Tennessee.
They're
better than Tennessee,
right?
As of today. But if they played Tennessee's schedule, they would not play in a college football playoff yet.
No, they lose 3 games.
They wouldn't have played in a college football playoff yet. Yep. So it would be fun to be. I think I have to go Alabama though, just because of my hatred for Alabama. We've beaten Georgia and Florida in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Alabama too. But as far as setting you up to potentially win the East, I think Florida would be a better win.
Yeah, if you're talking about which one would you pick right now in hopes of building on that, you go Florida.
Yeah,
you go Florida. Because like you said, it sets you up for a chance to win the East. That's a fun one. You all tell us which one you'd rather win. If you have enough room, I don't know if there's enough room to type it out in the comment bars, but tell us who you choose. One of the 4. So you can only win one. It's Oklahoma, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. Which one would you want to? And if you got enough room, tell us why. That's a good question. I mean, it's kind of a bad question because I hate answering it, but it's a good question.
Yeah. I have another question by Corey Aldridge. He says, I know you're talking defense, but who do you see as the starting quarterback after the Florida game? Thanks for your hard work.
Can we just write this in as a question for every week?
It's pretty much always.
And I'm okay with answering it. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I mean, it's kind of different. He did say after the Florida game.
He did mix it up.
It's not just the quarterback situation.
I kind of like that, throwing us a curveball.
There's actually another quarterback question who they kind of changed it up too.
You threw a strike. I was sitting on a fastball and you threw a curveball. You got me. I
threw a changeup. You just whiffed on it.
I got to go with... I just don't know. After the Florida game too. Because here's the thing.
If you win,
it's got to be Garantano. It's got to be.
It's whoever played against Florida.
Yeah, whoever played against Florida, you're going with the other one. I'm going to go with it. I know a lot of people just disagree because of what we've seen from Jeremy Pruitt. Harrison Bailey, man. I think he may be the starter before Florida, but I think by Florida, I think you're going to see number 15 slinging the ball around.
Dude, I like 15. Did you see his transformation in just 3 weeks?
I didn't.
So he's gained 13 pounds. He was
Back
listed
to-
at 210. Now he's 223.
So how many? What did we
3
decide? What
weeks.
did we figure out? He lost 20 pounds.
Yeah, 20
before,
pounds.
And now Tennessee's trying to, because I guess that was a lot of fat if he cut it.
Yeah, they just wanted to be more mobile in the pocket. So he lost 20 pounds.
But I would assume most of that, if you're gonna cut it, it's probably
it's
fat.
probably, yeah.
And he was a junior in high school when he had it. So
Right, yeah.
Probably.
little bit of baby fat had to cut off. But I mean, he looks big.
Does he?
Pretty ripped.
Did they tweet out like a side by side picture?
No, he tweeted out a picture of him like on the
Did
beach.
he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Social distancing. Of course.
He wasn't in Myrtle, was he?
Probably hope not. Did you see that?
The shark or something else? Or
No.
just pictures of Myrtle Beach?
Pictures of Myrtle Beach.
I mean, I haven't
this past
seen it.
weekend.
I haven't seen it, but I'm not shocked at all.
Oh, okay. Well, they might have been lucky if they were 6 inches apart on Myrtle Beach.
Do people go to Myrtle vacation anymore? Or is it just to like go and get trashed with the trashed?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is gross. But I've heard they've done a lot. I haven't been there since I was in 5th grade, so I guess I can't just like put it down without actually seeing it. But from what I've heard, it's trash.
No, stick to your guns, all right?
But I know they got rid of. Did they get rid of Broadway on the beach?
Did they? I honestly don't know.
And they did have like a kind of amusement park ish thing there. But I think they got rid of that too. So
Like just like a
all
normal,
the cool things, I guess, just get rid of it and we'll just invite more trash.
Is it like the normal or not? Is it like one of the street amusement parks like Pigeon Forge or Daytona Beach, like one of those? Or is it like was it like an actual amusement park?
No, it was like the island
Oh, okay.
kind of thing.
So is it at Broadway at the beach? Is it like
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I've only been to Broadway at the beach once. I've been to Myrtle like 2 or 3 times in my life. Yeah, regret each time. I was actually telling a story. I won't go into too much detail here. We went on a church trip. I was in like 6th grade, and the Girls Gone Wild bus was parked right outside our hotel.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is a great church trip. Just a bunch of naked women running around. It was fantastic. Jay Graham.
Is that still a thing?
Girls Gone Wild?
I don't think it is.
I think with the internet and like,
Yeah.
I don't think it is. Like, there was internet obviously then, but like the Instagram influencers and all that, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
OnlyFans?
Gotcha.
I don't think it happens. Jay Graham, though. Sorry, I guess get into recruiting. Texas A&M, I guess NCAA released their decision. Did you read all that they got punished for? It's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. It was like a $5,000 fine.
But like what they got punished for. The
Oh,
actual,
yeah. It was like an unintentional, like...
They were probably at the high school recruiting a senior and bumped into the sophomore.
Yeah. And then they went over like 7 hours of
Practice in 1 week or something like
right.
that. Which I would assume that means like that can be meetings and stuff, because you can only have so many hours of meetings and weightlifting and stuff like that too. So like that could have been, I don't know. The dumbest. I get that it wasn't even, it was barely a slap on the wrist too. Jimbo can't go off the road or on the road and recruit, and he can't be a part of so many official visits. Is that right? You want to read them real quick? Do you have them?
Yeah, so it's like 1 year of probation, a fine of $5,000, reduction in football official visits by 17 days during the 2019-2020 academic year, and off-campus recruiting ban for the entire football coaching staff for November 2019, which reduced the permissible evaluation days for the 2019-2020 academic year by 19. A 7-day off-campus recruiting ban for the football coaching staff for the 2020 spring off-campus recruiting period, and 10 days. Dude, this is like I don't even understand. This is like reading Chinese. I have no clue what this actually means. A 10-day off-campus recruiting ban for the football coaching staff for the 2020 fall off-campus recruiting period.
So they can't recruit during a recruiting period.
And they cannot recruit
can they-
the prospect.
Can they
anymore.
choose what 10 days I guess? Like or is it like a certain 10 days? That's I guess. I don't know.
I have no clue. And they can't recruit the prospect.
Right. Which is dumb.
And they can't recruit any prospects from that prospect's high school for I guess till 2022.
That's an incredibly stupid punishment. An incredibly stupid punishment.
I hope it was just like a huge high school that
Yeah, I mean that's probably what it is. But that doesn't even. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
no.
Also, what if? I mean, obviously, if an SEC school, Texas A&M offers you, you're going to get more offers. But let's pretend the only offer a kid got was from A&M. he doesn't get to go there though because
whoop-de-doo.
it's just the dumbest thing ever. But Jay Graham was a part of this punishment because he was with Jimbo Fisher on the visit where they talked to a sophomore in high school while they were at the school. They didn't go to the school to recruit him.
Right. It was unintentional is what was said.
And so now he can't be on the road recruiting this entire 2020 season.
Like everybody else in college football.
I mean, that's probably what it's going to be. That's what's
Right.
funny. I imagine if that happens, they'll probably say he can't do certain Zoom visits or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's enough recruiters on this team.
He does have
on
to
this
have
coaching
like
staff.
a one-on-one education.
Oh, good. They're going to be like, hey,
Training.
Don't talk to the guy next time.
Yeah. So dumb.
Also, we're like,
Just bump into him, knock him over,
Yeah.
and just don't say a word.
so I want to know what the rules are. Can they say hey to him? Or, like, did they recruit him? What did they say to him? Also, who reported that? Did they self-report? Because I thought when you self-report, you get in more trouble. So I guess they self-reported. Look at
don't know.
Missouri.
Yeah.
But if you get caught, like UNC and LSU and Kansas, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, what's dumb about this whole thing? Like Tennessee already knew he went to another school,
Right.
and the good thing about the whole thing is Jay Graham's pretty much done all of his recruiting anyway.
Yeah.
He has 3 running backs commits right now.
Right.
He's got 4 guys out of the state of North Carolina, which is his kind of bread and butter for recruiting anyway.
When they came in, they told him, we're like,
Yeah,
we know that
you got to get to work, bro.
we know that the punishment's coming down in July.
Yeah.
So go get all your guys before then.
Yeah. So, I mean, with 3 running back, I mean, what do you really need him on the road for? And you can't right now. So, like,
Yeah, that's the first part about it is he can't be on the road. So
and I think he can be on the road for the he can't be on the road for the contact period, which is like November and the first couple weeks of December. But he can before that, which is some sort of evaluation period.
gotcha. You can't talk to recruits, but you can go to camps and
Right.
games. Gotcha.
Which I don't think there'll be any of that
No.
either. But
Right.
whatever.
And obviously, you want your. That's the first thing Jeremy Pruitt's going to look for in a guy. Maybe not the first thing. It's a big thing. It's a big factor. Can you recruit? So obviously, this kind of affects. But again, they knew about it.
Yeah.
So they knew this is something that could happen. If not, surely there's some kind of appeal process. I don't know. Surely, but we'll see what happens.
It comes at a perfect time.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal, especially when you find out what he got in trouble for.
Yeah,
It's not that big a deal.
Dumb.
He wasn't sending girls to the games, flashing high schoolers, so that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's what Lane Kiffin did, something like that, something weird.
What did Hugh Freeze? I mean, he didn't do
God.
anything like that either.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze is coaching at a Christian college, getting caught with prostitutes' phone numbers in his phone. Good lord.
Yeah,
The NCAA makes no sense.
I mean, I don't like. I blame him. Like, you can't do that. But like, the other side of me is like, you're at Ole Miss. You're not gonna get anybody anyway.
you make Hugh Freeze?
Yeah. I guess you do what you got to do.
Ole Miss has been caught cheating how many times now in the last 20 years, and they haven't won a damn thing.
Yeah, that's sad. They have beat Alabama.
They have beat Alabama, which is more than Tennessee can say, unfortunately.
I guess you take what you can get.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do would Ole Miss do it all again to beat Alabama again?
Oh yeah, I would pray they do it all again, and I would go to that Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
It looked like so much fun.
Yeah.
I'd be there.
Hopefully it happens this year. We win one of the big 4. It's Alabama.
If we see, here's the thing: a lot of people are like, they don't want to storm the next time you beat Alabama because you want to act like you've been there. You want to act like it's not that big a deal. First off, it's a big deal, and we can't hide it.
Yeah.
No Tennessee fan should be able to hide that that's a big deal. Second off, storming a field is so much fun, or a court is so much fun. Just do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I plan to go to jail. Like I have money.
No, see, we got to do it all together. You can't catch us all.
I feel like I'm the one to get caught. I have some pretty bad luck, so I have money stored away just in case I land in jail when we actually do beat Alabama. If not, great. It's a win-win.
Yeah, it
if
is
I
a
do,
win-win.
it's worth it.
I've got room in the backyard for the field goal post, and I'll cut it up for everybody, so everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets to eat a little that night.
Yeah, make sure you're not the last guy. Don't be the last guy.
Here's the issue: you don't want to be the last or the first.
Yes.
You gotta hope somebody dumb enough does it
Right,
before
yeah.
you and after you.
Yeah.
So
We'll do some I'll bring the ladder. We'll do some ladder drills. Get
Yeah.
our agility going.
Exactly.
And we'll be ready.
If you're listening right now, or if you're listening on a tomorrow, whatever day, if you listen to your podcast a different day, tell us if you stormed Florida in '98. That's the last time Tennessee stormed the field. What was it like? Because storming just with your friends and your peers is a lot of fun. What's it like for a team that you really legitimately care about, and you're not just doing it for fun?
Yeah. My dad went, and I was 3, so who would want to take a 3-year-old to a football game?
I think my dad did a bunch. Kudos to him.
Well, I think he did for the smaller games.
Yeah.
but the bigger
I didn't
games-
get to go to Florida.
Yeah, I didn't get to storm the field with
No.
him. He wasn't carrying me around like Simba. Or somebody else that we know.
Recruiting news.
Recruiting news.
Tell us about your Florida experience, though.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
So some big news with some high profile guys. So the one today is 5-star outside linebacker Smell Munden makes his Tennessee makes his top 5 with LSU, Florida, Auburn, and Georgia. So pretty good company.
Go ahead and commit. Just jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
We love bandwagon. We love bandwagon people. Do it.
Yep. And the good thing about Jay Graham, if anybody doesn't commit to us, it's because Jay Graham got in trouble.
Well, he couldn't recruit, guys. I mean,
Come on.
Congratulations. You beat a guy who couldn't even leave his house.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
He's on house arrest for recruiting. And then 5-star offensive tackle Amarius Mims will make his decision on August 15th.
Okay. That's a ways away. I saw him tweet it. I didn't see the date.
Yeah.
So he got us up just to pull us back down.
Yeah. We'll see you in August.
Right.
And then 4-star defensive tackle Peyton Page will make his decision on July 28th. So that one's coming up.
Yeah, it is.
And he'll make that between Clemson, UNC, and Tennessee.
Did you see where that dude picked UNC to win a national championship in the next,
Ooh.
I can't remember who it was.
Does he work for somebody?
Yes.
He's employed?
Probably CBS. If I had to guess, CBS.
Oh, my God.
But
To win a national championship.
to win a national, not even go to the college football playoff, to win a national championship. He said they'd win a national championship under Mack Brown. That's what he said.
Mack Brown's 70 years old.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
how much,
not even going to see the
He's
next.
got to do it in the next 3 years.
I don't even. A hot take. I don't even think he's going to see the next national championship.
No, yeah, he probably won't.
If that happens, I will feel so bad now.
But yeah, so those 3 high profile guys kind of Tennessee was in the news for. Not a ton of recruiting going on right now. It's,
No.
a lot of people want to get it done before the season. So some of those are coming up, like Peyton Page, and then some are just gonna wait until December probably.
Yeah. I'm curious to see kind of what happens once the season, because Tennessee's got to win games to keep guys and then to keep rolling.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious to see what happens.
Winning is the best recruiting pitch.
Right. Not in Jerry Pruitt's book. He said you should want to come here now because you can see immediate playing time.
Sure.
I wonder what it's like to be on a roster and your head coach says that. I don't necessarily hate it because you just got your ass whooped by Vanderbilt that night, so I'm okay with it to an extent. But I can't imagine they were very happy.
Yeah, maybe it's a little different now. Maybe
Right.
I mean, you could earn immediate playing time. But
Right.
So could anybody else.
Dude, that Vanderbilt game, I was talking about that with someone the other day.
Oh, that's sad. We had a great time after. That we didn't remember.
I remember it, sort of.
Sort of.
Do you not?
I remember the game.
I remember the game. Not the fourth quarter. Because I was like, I want to leave so bad.
Yeah, that was terrible. I think you have a video of me. And it was just I'm going to kill myself.
That was before the game even started. You knew it in your heart.
Wait, that was before the game?
They were playing the USC song at kickoff. I was like, oh, a real original, guys. It may not have been before the game, but it was early. It was still sunny outside.
I think it was halftime.
No, it was still sunny outside. And that was a 7 p.m. kickoff. 6 p.m. kickoff.
I don't think I'd say that before the game.
You could
There's definitely I need a reason to say it.
you could feel it in the air. That was your reason. There's just something about that Tennessee losing air.
Oh man, that was awful.
Are we going back this year?
No. I'm never going back to that place.
That's legitimately the worst stadium I've ever been in. That's not a joke at all.
Yeah. I mean,
It's the
we
worst.
joke about Kentucky being crappy, and it wasn't terrible.
The only thing I really
They're
hated
just
about
small.
Kentucky was the
Announcer.
how he would yell everything, like the dumbest thing ever. He'd be like, "There's a flag on the play," and then the cats thing every single time.
I hated how he said Kentucky. It was like first down Kentucky.
That was exactly how he said it.
God
it was awful.
bless.
I mean, that is early in the. Yeah, they're playing. What's that song? I know you guys, you all can't hear this. Yeah. The USC one.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure that's at halftime.
Maybe. What time was that game? I'm looking it up real quick. What can we move on to while I do this? Anything else on recruiting?
No, that's all I got.
That's it. Well, so all right. So the three guys announcing. You got any takes right now? Like who you think commits to Tennessee or commits somewhere else? If you got a good.
I mean, I think it kind of depends I think it's between UNC, or not UNC. I think it's between Clemson and Tennessee with Peyton Page. And I think Clemson has been the favorite for most of his recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. He's doing it early, so I think Clemson would probably still be the favorite in my opinion. But if he picks Tennessee, then
we'll take him.
If he doesn't, then it's because of Jay Graham.
Exactly. Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
But I mean, if you want immediate playing time,
yeah,
you see 7 seniors on the defensive line leaving.
I would 100% agree with that too.
7 guys that contributed are gone, and that doesn't be like, oh, they're an up and coming team. They went to a bowl game, won it.
Right.
I don't know. Has great defensive lines every year, and if he does play there, great. If you're standing behind somebody for 3 years, then you probably regret it.
You definitely regret it. Yeah. Maybe not definitely, but
yeah.
College football, the latest.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start with Oklahoma, and they had a pretty big week with recruiting. I think they got a 4-star wide receiver as well as a 5-star quarterback, Caleb Williams, the number 1 quarterback in the country, committed to Oklahoma. So same story, different day.
Right.
QBU at Oklahoma.
Right.
But dude, I just don't like Oklahoma for one. You mentioned it like they haven't won anything.
No, I mean
they're 0-4 in their playoff appearances. 0-4.
Right, and I get it. They made it to the playoffs, but they're in the Big 12. I don't know. I'm not impressed.
In 3 of those, they lost to the second-place team.
Right.
So, I mean, even though you're in the college football playoff, you haven't really come close to winning a national championship.
Not that close.
No.
Okay, it could be a halftime. It was a 4 p.m. kickoff.
Okay.
6, yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
Gets a little bit darker over in Nashville.
That makes me feel a little bit better, because if I just said that out of the beginning, that's bad.
Not as bad as Dallas, so that's the good news.
It's like the first down they got. Oh, we're gonna lose.
No, to be fair, it was after App State scored that first touchdown, but we muffed a punt and gave them the ball at like the 18-yard line.
We're gonna lose.
Yeah, I was like, we're not gonna lose, and we almost did.
Yeah, we did.
And we almost did.
Did you see the Cats? Oh, we talked about the Cats last episode about them. The Cats like jumping and that one like form tackled the other one.
Yeah.
So that looked like the exact play where Josh Dobbs tries to go over the top.
It does.
And fumbles the ball. Luckily, we recovered.
I thought he was out for the game, which the game ended soon after. But I was like, oh, well, we definitely lost.
Yeah.
What about Dormady or Garantano rolling in at a overtime of a game against a Sunbelt team? There's no way that goes well.
It would have had to been Dormady because Garantano redshirted. Or I would guess they could have pulled his red shirt. They could have pulled his red shirt
there. And Butch Jones would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it probably is Dormady.
So he would have been gone. If they did that, if they played, he would have been gone. It would have been Harrison Bailey and Brian Maurer.
No doubt in our mind. Harrison Bailey. If Josh Dobbs gets injured at the goal line at App State. I don't think we played an offensive snap after that, did we? I don't think they did.
That was that the score to go ahead?
I think they went to defense after that, and it was a stop, I believe. I can look it up, I guess. I don't know.
Because I want to say, because that would have been it. If they recovered, I think that would have been over.
So then that was the game. That you won the game. Or did it tie the game? Did we go to 2 overtimes? I thought it was just 1.
I don't know. God, that was terrible.
It was 2 overtimes, I think.
Dude, you talking about the Florida 98 game where people got the storm? Like, we were literally happy when we got out of, like, the Ohio game.
We weren't happy. We were just like, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It was overtime.
Yeah, we went to overtime, but did we
But
get
no,
a
I think it was
two?
just 1 overtime.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, so that was it?
No, Aaron Medley kicked it, so they went to defense, and because you wouldn't have kicked the field goal then.
Oh, okay, and we
So
stopped
so Tennessee
them.
had the ball first.
So that was the
Yeah.
last snap.
Yeah, it would have been the last offensive
Josh
snap.
Dobbs had 8 broken ribs.
Probably.
What
What a sad year.
that was sad. Other college football news. Oh, we were talking about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And just how they haven't won anything. I don't know. I just hate Oklahoma. And then God, I had some more somewhere. Oh, Mike Gundy.
Oh, was he in the news again?
Yeah, he got a pay cut,
Did he?
$1 million pay cut, and they subtracted a year from his contract.
Like for a reason or just
I
like
think-
did they say for a reason?
I think they were because of COVID.
So did he take the pay cut or did they take the pay cut?
They said it was his idea.
okay.
Well, I don't know. I just think it's karma. I mean,
That dude's an idiot.
yeah, that's hilarious to me.
At the time, I would have been happy with Mike Gundy at the time. I don't know about happy. Happy may not be the right word. I would have probably felt better than most of the names that were getting thrown around. Now I am extremely happy he's not. I would have definitely been like, he's not going to win anything significant for Tennessee.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, that would have been a tough one right there.
Yep. And then Austin Peay's head coach Mark Hudspeth resigned after 1 year, won 11 games and the OVC championship, and
Just for
resigned.
fun?
I think he's only 51, but he resigned to spend more time with family. He said. I
Interesting.
thought that was very weird.
Wonder where's he from? Do you know originally?
I do not.
If he's
He
staying,
was he coached out of Louisiana and then went. This is his first year at Austin Peay.
yeah, if he's staying in the Clarksville, Nashville area, high school may get lucky with him.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I know high school football coaching can still be time consuming, but nothing like recruiting in college football.
No. Not overnight.
No, and especially if his son's in high school, he may want to coach him or going to be in high school soon or something.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I just thought that was very strange.
It is very strange.
That's all I got for college football. Do you have anything else?
No, what about the TBT? Have you know who's won yet? Like or won games? I haven't really.
I don't know.
kept up.
So I thought the TBT wasn't going to happen because I'm just confused why the Volunteers didn't play in it.
So I think I heard somebody talking about it. It may have been one of the Volunteer Road shows. I think it had to do something with getting the overseas players. Or did you tell me that?
I
I
thought
it had-
getting them over here to play. Okay.
getting them over here and like getting them in because right now, if a single player on your team tests positive for COVID, you're gone. Like you're not in the tournament anymore. You're out of the bubble, gone. So it may be something to do with that. I honestly don't know. I'm with you. I don't know exactly why. I was hoping they'd be in it. Apparently, they're going to try to do it next year though.
Okay.
So
No, after that, I see where it's on. I'm just not very interested.
I just haven't watched any games. I've been busy. I've had a fun weekend. Let's see. Any notable teams that won? Heard that one. The Marshall team.
Oh, God.
Men of Mackey and Heartfire are playing right now.
Yeah, see, I wish they, like, said in, like, parentheses, like, who they are.
Yeah, I don't know who they all are.
Which
know,
I guess some of these are kind of random.
right. Some of them are, but this one's like obviously Oklahoma State's. This one, I don't know why they're called War Tampa. Are they Auburn players from Florida? I know they're Auburn.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what their like story is. They win. Apparently, dude, they got whooped. I think Bryce Brown is on that team. Is he still in
really?
school? Yeah, no, he's on that team. They got whooped. Oh
What's
my
he
gosh.
averaging? How many points is he averaging?
He had 8 points. They only played one game. 2 assists.
And they're done?
Yeah,
Oh, it's single elimination?
I think so. So that's actually, I don't know if it's a fail. I don't know, because I don't know why it's this way. But TBT even tweeted it out. They tweeted, bags packed for everyone playing today. Losing team must leave the quarantine bubble immediately.
Dang, it's like the freaking Bachelor.
That's a bunch of the jokes that were getting tossed around. It's like they're like reading the cards. You do not get the rose. I just don't get it. It's not like they're gonna get COVID coming back from the game just because they lost. No. So it's COVID. Hot take. COVID. Only losers get COVID. Winners can't get it.
I guess so.
Like, why could you not stay one more night in the bubble and then leave? I don't know. If anybody understands it, you can correct me. I just
You're
don't
just
get
thrown out on the streets.
yeah,
Fend for
pretty much.
yourself.
Pretty much. And I don't know how you get, like, it looks like some teams got some first round buys. Bohemians Army. Bohemian. I always say Bohemian. Boheims. I know who it is. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I wonder who the money team is. Is that, what's his name? Floyd Mayweather's team?
Yeah, no doubt.
CP3 has a team. He was on the broadcast, one of the broadcasts yesterday. I did flip by one and watched it for a second. I'm trying to figure out why they're named War Tampa. It just doesn't make sense, right?
So do you think there's any, like, they, like, hire guys with COVID to, like, go and, like, give it to another team?
Would you not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Dude, when they were interviewing them coming into the bubble, it was the weirdest thing ever. They, like, interviewed them as they're, like, going up an escalator in the hotel. And they're, like, wearing gloves and a mask as they walk in. It was
They're,
just
yelling.
It was the strangest thing ever. Okay, so they're a team mixed with Auburn guys and Florida boys. Is that a slide at the Florida boys? We're ready to compete for this. We are going to give it 100% on the court. Let's get to it. War Tampa. Why are they called War Tampa? Why not War Florida? Or War Gators? I don't know if they're like Florida guys.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing ever.
That is weird.
No, I guess they grew up in the state of Florida or played basketball in Florida. The one guy went to Texas Tech.
So did Bryce Brown not, like, try to pursue? Is he done playing basketball?
Odd.
Like, is he going overseas? I feel like he's a guy that could, like, make an NBA roster.
He could stroke it in college. I mean,
Yeah.
Tennessee fans should know that more than anybody.
For sure.
It doesn't say where he's. It says he plays for the Maine Red Claws. Is that a G League team?
Oh, that might be right. Okay. I didn't know G League people could play in this.
I don't know how it works.
Okay.
No clue. No clue. Anything else for college football?
No, that's all I got. Do you have anything?
I don't have anything for college football other than I really hope it happens.
Oh, I do have not it's not college football, but we'll save this for most important. That's fine.
Let's do it. All right. Any questions? You got any more questions? I haven't been on Twitter, guys. I'm so sorry. If you have any questions, drop them now. I'm watching. I got back to that screen. YouTube. I'm flipping over to YouTube.
I have one.
You got one?
Yep.
Sporting Advantage said when Phil Fulmer came back, I started taking Tennessee seriously again. I think most people did. I think most people are. That's not a question, but I just wanted to read it. I think most people have belief in Fulmer's leadership. So
Yep.
I agree with
They
that.
definitely bought back in. Richie Hammett says, I don't know if y'all have covered it before, but who, in y'all's opinion, is the most likely to unseat JG as QB1 this season?
That's another way to ask the question.
Yeah.
All sorts of off-speed pitches.
I think it's kind of obvious.
I think it's got to be Harrison Bailey. I just don't think Brian Maurer is. Could he be better in certain aspects of the game? Maybe. Is he a better overall quarterback than JG? I don't think there's enough proof.
Yeah.
So I just could Brian Maurer potentially start over JG? Yeah, I think it's possible, but it's just probably not going to happen. I think the guy that's the most likely to do it is Harrison Bailey. Mm-hmm. It's got to be. He seems to have a better. I guess I don't want to say it because I'm just not an expert, but it's everything you see out of Harrison Bailey. He seems to be a better quarterback than Brian Maurer and probably JG.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Bailey definitely has the highest ceiling.
Yeah.
And if JG was a freshman, I don't think it'd be any doubt. But since he has experience, Harrison Bailey didn't have that spring practice really to show out in front of coaches and work out with the team. That it's probably JG. I don't think JG is it's a safe option.
Right. I like what you said about if they're the only thing beating Harrison Bailey right now is experience.
Yeah.
If everyone had the same level of experience, I'm with you. I think it'd be Harrison Bailey.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm not saying, and I'm with you. It's not entirely wrong. I don't disagree with that thought process.
But yeah, we just haven't seen. We didn't see a ton of Brian Maurer. We saw enough, I guess.
Right.
But there wasn't anything that I saw that I just thought his ceiling was so much higher than JG's.
Absolutely, I agree. Agreed.
I don't have any more. That's
I don't
all
have any
I
more. If you do want to drop them while we go over our segments, please do. We will get to them, I promise. I'll flip over to Twitter real quick. Most important.
Most important. So I'll go with a Tennessee commit. Quarterback Caden Salter was named to the Elite 11.
So is that the final 11 people?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
Nice.
he made that, and it was in fact 50% of your junior film and 50% of the camp evaluation and trades.
Oh, so what's his name lied?
Yeah.
Liar.
Yeah. He said that wasn't true. Trent Dilfer.
My first one is Joey Chestnut.
Oh,
Dude, did you watch that video?
it's gross.
It's the grossest thing I've ever watched.
Like that dude is about to die.
His name is Joey Jaws on Twitter. 13-time champion, and he broke his own record eating 75 hot dogs.
And so how long is the time period?
I honestly don't know.
I don't either. That's a lot of hot dogs. I don't care. Like it's in one sitting, so it's
Yeah, regardless.
It's
And
disgusting.
when he broke the record, he was like in the lead by 20, I think. Like something like that.
I know the baseball account just tweeted out that don't forget to show pitcher Sean Hunley some love because it's his birthday today.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I was saying today, and I hate that we were talking about his birthday, but it made me think of this. Is July 5th like the biggest regret day
No.
when you talk about spending? My wife.
Oh, spending money?
Yeah, we were talking about or I guess on spending money on something that really isn't that beneficial.
So, I think for most people it would be. But have you ever met a person who spends a boatload of money on fireworks that goes, I'd never do that again? Dude, every person I've met like that is like, I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, that's
$5,000 on
probably true.
fireworks.
I just man, that just seems so dumb to me. I haven't been a big firework guy.
I was
and
gonna say,
I think it's cool for kids. I'm just like the people who love it each and every year are like the people that are insane.
Oh yeah,
Crazy
like,
people.
those are the guys who they set up Tannerite. Is that what it is? Tannerite, and they buy Tannerite just to blow it up. Which I'm not saying isn't cool, but it's those kind of people.
Is that the people who shoot it?
Yeah.
from-
So the Tannerite's like barrel of explosives. Yeah. I mean, I'm just not I've never been a big firework guy. I think Boomsday's overrated. It's also very stinky. It turns Neyland Drive effectively into a Myrtle and Daytona Beach combined, and I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, be a COVID cesspool.
Yeah, exactly. So I've just never been a big fan of fireworks, and here's the thing: if I'm gonna go to fireworks, it better be an impressive show. Mm-hmm. It better be. So when I go to these fireworks where they only spend $1,000, they're like, "Oh yeah, come over. We love shooting off fireworks." Like, here's a bottle rocket. I don't know. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Put on a Boomsday level show. Tennessee. The only fireworks I like are the ones that come after Tennessee touchdowns. That's the only ones I like.
I like that. That's a good take. Yeah. So we were driving down Newport Springs last night, and there was people we were going straight, and you could turn left to go on a different road.
Yeah.
There was people right at where you turn on that road, shooting them in the road, shooting a fireworks. So if I literally turned my car, it would have blown up my car.
Yeah, people are stupid.
And then I saw another one. They were literally their backs were on the concrete of the road, and they were in their front yard shooting off fireworks. I'm like, what?
Yeah, people are.
It blows my mind.
Here's another thing: when they're not incredibly loud either, I just don't get the noise part. And I hate it for my dog. My dog hates them. I hate him for
mine does
that. He really hates them. And then, so we were driving the boat in. We were out on the boat at sunset last night, and as we were coming in, their house on either side of the river, and that was cool as they came in, because every house was shooting them off. So that was cool. And then the videos, people flying over LA, I do like those videos. Those are cool. I'd hate to be on the ground for them though.
Weren't they all illegal fireworks?
I mean, not any firework in Knox County is illegal. You're technically not allowed to shoot them off in Knox County.
I saw a video, and it was of a helicopter going across, and it was in the city limits somewhere. I don't know if it was LA or what, but it was the caption was illegal fireworks, and you just saw them boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm not getting a helicopter on July 4th. That person deserves to die because that's just stupid. Who is let's go fly a helicopter on July 4th when people are shooting explosives through the air in random places?
Sounds like a great
that's
time.
stupid. But no, those videos, I think they're all illegal, but they look cool. So
Yeah.
all the playing videos. So the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is 10 minutes. So he not only ate 75 hot dogs in one sitting, it was in 10 minutes.
That's gross.
So he ate 71 last year, 74 the year before, 72 the next, or the following year, 70, 62. Oh, no, he didn't win it. He didn't win it in 15. What happened? He lost to Matt Stoney. That dude was probably... that dude was cheating, right? His last name's Stoney. Dude, he's won legit since like 2007. And then Kobayashi. He dethroned Kobayashi.
Yeah, took him out.
What happened to him? He used to be big name.
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe he got tired of eating hot dogs. I would. How often do you think Joey Chestnut actually eats hot dogs throughout the year?
Surely never. I mean, well, he trains.
Right, but like...
Maybe. There's no way he enjoys them for like dinner. There's no way he's like, I've been really wanting a hot dog lately.
Yeah, no.
There's no way.
My next most important is 5-star marker maker. So the Thon Maker family.
The who?
The big I forget who he played for now. But he went. It's like a basketball family. They're from, I forget who they're from. I'm about to look it up. He plays for the Pistons now. Who did he play for before then? Oh, so I guess he just went to the combine. But they're like a big basketball family. They're like 7-footers. But he announced he's a 5-star, committed to Howard University.
Interesting.
So yeah. So HBCU.
Yeah.
School.
It is. Yeah.
Thought that was interesting. I mean, that's something like a year ago you would never see that.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
that most years you're not going to see that.
Yeah, I mean, and this is kind of the first one you've heard people kind of talk about it, but he's the first one to do it. So I think that's cool. Have you seen all the backboards, the backboard tree that Shaq has? Did you see that?
Dude, I hope that's like actually all the rims and not like random rims for every backboard.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because they could be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he started collecting them from the get-go, but I feel like that would be I don't know. That's cool though. Regardless, it's cool, but it would make it a lot cooler if.
Do you think he just like has all the kids in the neighborhood just come shoot?
I hope he shoot. I would shoot. That's why his free throws are so bad. That's why he shoots. On.
Yeah. Do you have any more most important?
I do, but dude, I'm looking through these Nathan's hot dog eating contest. It's incredible. Joey Chestnut Kobayashi changed the game, and then Joey Chestnut took it to the whole new level, like an entirely new level. So before Kobayashi got in, the most hot dogs eaten was like 24, 25, and then Kobayashi won with 50, and then Joey Chestnut won it a couple years later with 66.
Jesus.
Yeah, the game has been flipped.
Because it was like 10 or 11?
Now, this is 2.5. In 2.5 minutes, this dude ate 9.
Oh, okay.
But in 10 minutes, one year, this is 1980. In 10 minutes let's go back to, in 1987, in 10 minutes, 13.5 won it.
That's weak. I could do that.
I think I could do that. After like tailgating all day, put me in Neyland, I could eat 10 Smoky Dogs in 10 minutes. Easy. There's zero doubt in my mind. Zero doubt. I want to be. This is impressive. This is in 1974. 3.5 minutes. 10 in 3.5 minutes. Ugh. That's impressive.
So gross. I hate how they dip the buns in water.
No, that's very. They dip the hot dogs in there too, don't they?
I don't know.
So it'll slide down your gullet easier.
He had 2.
Oh yeah, he eats like 2 at once, and he has to hold his mouth shut. It is incredible. Yeah, it's disgusting, but incredible. Getting on a lighter note, Tennessee basketball. I meant to do this, talk about it a little bit. We can here for a second if you want. 247 in their way too early top 25 ranked Tennessee at number 10.
I like it. Top 10.
I'm a little shocked. I'll be honest. I like it, but I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, I like it too, but it's also like room for you can grow. It's not like they
not number 1.
Projected you at number 5, and you have to be there throughout the season, or it looks like you didn't meet expectations. So
right.
10, I like it. I think that's fair with who you lose and who you have coming in.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I think it could be potentially too high. But I don't know if they're accounting for Eves Pons. Maybe, if Eves Pons back, it's probably could be about right.
That's probably right.
I don't know. It's definitely an interesting one, but I like that people are starting to buy into the Tennessee basketball hype. I like it.
I am.
Always.
As I get closer, I'm buying in even more every day.
Right. Any more most important?
I don't. I have some fails, though.
Let's do it.
Let's see if... so the first fail I have is J.R. Smith to the Lakers, man. I hate it.
Oh, come on.
Hate it, man. He doesn't.
Come on.
He doesn't even know the score.
He doesn't. I mean, you knew with him and they needed to replace somebody, and then with him and
yeah, I mean,
him and LeBron being friends, it was gonna happen. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, it's easy. It's just like, man, what if he messes up again?
He's going. There's no doubt in my mind. There's zero doubt in my mind he's going to. What do you mean if?
Maybe he redeems himself this year. We'll see.
Doubt it. Doubt it. Hey, have you watched Hamilton yet?
I haven't. I actually saw that.
I'm watching it tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Do you have any more fails?
It was the only one I had was the tournament, the bags packed for everyone playing today. Such a weird thing. It's just so weird. I want to know if it's due to COVID, because if it is, I just want to ask why. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very strange.
My next one is former Florida Gator player has been indicted for bank fraud charges.
Yeah, was that while he was at Florida? Like, was that happening while he was at Florida? Was that group of guys?
Yeah, I think so.
It is that group?
Yeah.
So only one was indicted, though?
Yeah.
Sucks to be that one. Did he play that season, or did only some of them return?
I didn't read the whole article. I should have, but
it's okay.
I actually kind of thought when I first saw it, I thought it was another one. I'm just like, man, they didn't learn their lesson.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
That's funny. You got anything else?
That's all I got.
Well,
did you put your bid in for Butch Jones's home yet?
Yeah, I did. I put it in at a about the ratio of if you were supposed to go 10-2 and you went 8-4, about that ratio.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So
I thought any picture of him they should take off $1 million.
There's no Tennessee stuff other than his photos and then the pool table.
Yeah,
he has an Alabama hat, and then he had a bunch of Cincinnati and Central Michigan like memorabilia in there. And no Tennessee shirts. There's a Catholic jersey in there. One of his sons' Catholic jersey. Hanging in the strangest spot ever. It's like hanging on the
bathroom wall.
No, yeah. The like on the blinds. So, yeah, it's super weird. On a coat hanger on like I don't know, very strange.
Why'd they leave that?
I don't know. I was dumbfounded.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. But I want to know where they're moving to. Are they struggling for money? What's he been doing with all that money?
Yeah. I guess they're not living there.
I guess they were waiting for
for them to graduate.
They were waiting for no, not Adam. I don't know. One of the younger one, the middle one, to graduate from Catholic. And is he going to Central? Did he go to Central Michigan already, or is he this year?
Yeah, I think this will be his freshman year. I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, I guess that's why they're moving then. I guess they're gonna move to Tuscaloosa for his internship.
Yeah.
That's the biggest scam, and there's gonna have to be a 30 for 30 on it. The scam of internship,
there's gonna be a 30 for 30 on that coaching search.
Yeah, Tennessee paid $8 million is going to pay $8.4 million to be an intern at Alabama.
Yeah, that's gross.
We got to beat Alabama. I officially made up my mind. It was Tyler that asked that question.
Yeah,
Alabama, and I'm going to shove someone else's stogie because I want to smoke mine up Butch Jones, whatever. Use your imagination. His nose, guys, gross people. God,
I was like, this could go a lot of different ways,
dude. How cocky do you have to be after that game to smoke a cigar in Neyland Stadium and pose like you won something?
I'll fight him.
Do you think he wears his Battle of Bristol ring around the facility?
100%.
Nick Saban's like, take that shit off, dude.
No, actually, that's probably hanging on the blinds, too.
You know he wears his national championship. No, he hasn't won one. Yes.
No, he hasn't.
Thank God.
That's a curse. I mean, Nick Saban, you're wondering why you didn't win one. There it is.
Yep.
It's right in front of you getting your coffee.
Oh, dude, my favorite play that you could see Butch Jones is that one where he's yelling at Jalen Hurts. It might have been Tua. And then I think it was an SEC championship game. Yeah, so I guess it was Tua. and he's yelling, run, run, run. He throws it and scores a touchdown. I was like, that defines Butch Jones right there.
My favorite one is, I guess it's not my, it's one of my favorite plays in Tennessee history, but he just makes it look so dumb. Is the Juwan Jennings sketch, and he's like jumping up and down, and then just does the Tim Tebow when the cameras get on him. I'm
What
like,
a pussy,
God.
dude. What a pussy. Like, I don't think there's a single college coach that I'll be like, I could win that fight, but him.
Yeah.
I know I could.
So, I have something saved. It's right there. That as soon as we beat Alabama, or as soon as we beat Butch Jones, wherever he's at, I'm going to destroy it.
Are you going to pull that one dude who the night Kiffin left, make the YouTube video of him pissing on the shirt?
Yeah. That's what I'll do. I'll piss in it, then blow it up.
We
Like,
need to find that video.
like those people on July 4th that like to shoot things and
exactly.
blow up.
Did you see the video before we got off here of the dynamite in that big 50-gallon drum? And they they put dynamite like up under it, covered it with a 50-gallon drum, and shot it. I mean, had to go 100 feet in the air.
Jesus.
Terrifying. And it starts coming towards them, so they had to run away.
They probably did it in the middle of a neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it was, but it looked like they had land. It wouldn't surprise me. There's probably a house 100 feet behind the woods.
It's like that scene in Grown Ups where they play that game where they shoot the arrow up. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Rednecks get creative. It's wild.
Guys, appreciate y'all listening to this episode. Make sure you like, share, wherever you're at on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever. Follow us. You can follow us on Twitter at @more_issues. You can follow me at Caleb_TN. Landon at Lambo_Raby10.
There you go.
Yes. And then we're on Facebook as well. Caleb Mitchell and Landon Raby. Our names are there. You can see them. Make sure you follow Volunteer Roadshow as well, and More Important Issues on Facebook. Guys, we appreciate you listening always. You can find this podcast anywhere that a podcast is available.
Guys, thanks for listening. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.